look how popular Genshin Impact is. It's just a bunch of waifus. That's what people really care about. That's what they like, not this bullshit.
Genshin Impact's just a bunch of waifus. That's what they I'm not gonna. It's my game. I'll take it personally. It's not my game. It's just a game. Is Genshin Impact? I don't think it is. I think that's wrong. I just think it's wrong. We've seen me playing Genshin Impact. I'm going to really quickly give Asmon an overview of why this is not just a bunch of waifus. Try and do it really quick because we need it to be succinct for the edit. Okay. So let's have a look at Genshin Impact. I've got it on my desktop right now. Genshin Impact. I've got it on my desktop right now, so... She's not my waifu for a start, she's fucking 9 years old. So, he's a boy. The reason I like him is he's got his fucking cool sword on, and he does this fucking cool kung fu sword styles. Rosie has got pole arm, smashing up the place. We're going to bat with Sayu. When I say going to bat, look, she's got a great big club. Smash! She'll do that for you. She'll smosh people's faces in. One of the things I quite like doing in this game is running around and smoshing people's faces in. If I just take you on the map for a quick tour of Genshin, you start in Mondstadt, and you think this is a bit like Breath of the Wild turned up to 11, because we've got a whole city here. It's got all locations and cool things. It's really well laid out. It's really interesting. As you start a zone, it's pretty cool. Out in the field, and when I say out in the field, look at this. Look at this for a map. Look at this out in the field. You've got a massive mountain, you've got valleys, you've got three-dimensional like you were talking about this in World of Warcraft recently, about how the spaces were really good because they're thinking vertically. You're thinking in verticality in World of Warcraft. Well, look at this in Genshin Impact, look. It's level design, it's beauty, it's vast. That's the clouds you can see. They're the clouds. We're in the clouds. Oh, you can go down. Oh yeah, you can go down. You can glide around. You can go down there. Can you go down there? Yeah, I can fucking go down there. I can go everywhere because it's a huge open world. And it's bounteous and joyous. And everywhere I go, there's chests and enemies and fights and encampments. And it's like a vast living open world. It's awesome. There's fucking loads of quests and stories. All of these cool characters, mind, have got their own stories and like things behind them. There's a one-player campaign, which is basically the whole game is one player. It's not necessarily pay to win. It's pay to have certain characters if you want them, and that's up to you. And it is quite expensive for that, I'll admit. It's got this slot machine stuck on the side. On the side of a game, it's got a slot machine. A bit like how in World of Warcraft, on the side of your Azeroth game, there's a shop where you can like buy these microtransaction things. And to get there, you have to go out the game into the fucking shop and get your credit card out. That's this, except it's not a shop, it's a slot machine. And you might get that, or you might get something else. But, you know, burn your money if you want. I fucking didn't. Zero money spent. Never spent a penny. Having fucking loads of fun. It's absolutely massive. It's awesome. It's cool. And, yeah, I've got a few characters here, and a range of different people I've got through the random luck that it gave me. I've got Klee, I've got him, I've got her. These are a range of people. Is this a waifu simulator? I don't know. Do people want this little wolfy boy with his claymore sword to be their wife because of his cool electro attacks? I don't know. They might be attracted to Lisa and her quite patriarchal dress up. You know, she's got boobs. We're talking about boobs, aren't we? You know, they might like that though. You certainly think we shouldn't cover that up and sanitize it and make her, like, I don't know, you know, fill her out a bit round the waist, shorten her down a bit, put a big pair of trousers on her. You don't want that, do you? Of course. So remember that. There's Amber. That's Barbara. People like Barbara. This one's a little one. That's a little one. She's a zombie. There's Kaya. He's a boy. That's a boy. He's got a book, but he does punching and kicking. She's pretty cool as well. And I've got him. So I've got like this range of characters, and to me it doesn't feel like I'm collecting waifus, because what they do in the world for me is they fly around, and then we find these enemies, and there's bosses, there's boss fights, there's all of that. You know, it's like Breath of the Wild turned up to 12, and I find these people and I have to go and kick their ass. So there's no marrying anyone, there's no like simping around. It's just all fighting, combat, and stories. And the stories are varied and wild and interesting, and They involve gods and archons and adepti and people, and they involve, like, look at her, look. She smashes things with her bombs. That's why I like her. Oh, you chucker, don't hit her. Right, this one's going to hit you with a truffing club. Look, you'll like this because you're a big fan of whirlwinds. There you go, look, that's cool, isn't it? That's fun. Right, she got smacked in the face. Right, you can have it. Right, I'm not having this, you two. I'm not having it. Right, that's one dead. Right, Wet Boy's on you now. Look, with the super sword. Wet Boy with the sword. Her with the pole arm. Freeze you up, look. Smash your boots in. Smash your boots in. They don't like that, do they? They don't like it up them. That's right, Marlo. They do not like it up them. They don't like it up them. And you can take your little photos and you can mess about. Right. It's a chuffing one-player versus the environment game as well, so pay to win, pay to schwinn, schray to schwinn. If you buy Breath of the Wild, and then you pay $40 for the Master Sword, and an extra $50 to go straight into the Ganon fight, and an extra $200 so you don't even have to fight Ganon, you just watch the end credits roll, that's pay to win. That's what this would be. But you're not really paying to win. What you're paying for is materials, because yeah, my characters that I've got, I want to level them up. I want to feed them for these XP tokens, and I want to make sure their weapons have been enhanced, and all of this takes materials that you can grind for. It doesn't take a lot of grinding to get it. I've been playing for a couple of months. Basically, I've got 5 level 80, 90 characters, and another bunch that I'm bringing up. Like, it's loads of fun. It's all free to play. If you want to pay some money and accelerate that rate of progress, that's on you, but it seems silly to me because you're skipping the game. So, like, what the fuck would you want to do that for? Some people got more money than sense, haven't they? It's not a waifu simulator. Get it out your head. Some people can use it like that in the same way as some people use Final Fantasy as an erotic roleplay simulator. But it's not that. It's an MMO. This game is... Alright, he's reading his book. This game is a vast and varied wonderland. The map is cool. It's not even finished. They've got a 4-year plan. They're going to bring out expansion after expansion. We're getting a new one in a couple of months. It's going to expand this space. There's another place over here which is like Japan. It's really cool. And it's going to keep being cool. And it's going to have a varied cast of characters. There's a little lack of diversity. I will, you know what I've been saying all episodes. There's a little bit of lack of diversity. But, you know, it's not what people are saying it is. So today's accusation was waifu simulator. The other ones are, you know, pay to win. Yeah, they're pay to win. You can, I will accept it 100% pay to win. You know, if you want certain things in this game, you can buy them by going to the slot machine and putting enough money in until the pity timer clicks and you get it. You can do that, but you've got to be a fucking idiot. Instead, you get free stuff, free Primogems, and as you're playing, you get stuff. Like, in games that do that, it's a lottery what you get, and you don't get all the stuff, but you get enough. Like, he's got a cool weapon, he's up to level 80. He himself came out of the wishing. Like, there's pity timers, and you get your stuff. And everyone gets slightly different stuff, that's all. Like, I don't know if Asmongold will understand this. When he was a kid, there were those machines, and you put the money in, and you twist the thing, and then you get a little egg out, and you open the egg, and there's a toy. And you think, oh, I got the little boat, I wanted the car. And you say to your Mom, can I have another $1 to put in the machine so I can get another egg out at Chuck E. Cheese? And your mum says, no, you've got a boat. And you go, well, I wanted a car. And she goes, no, you can't have a fucking car as well. You've got a boat. That's the luck. That's what you got. Enjoy it. And that's how you have to play Genshin Impact. Free to play all the way. Gosh. Get what you get out of this wish system. I got the main thing there. I got the main one. I'm lucky. Some people get a bit lucky. And there she is, my super waifu. Obviously, I don't want to fuck a 9-year-old, and I don't pretend I'm married to her at any point. So for me, it's not a waifu simulator. It's Breath of the Wild with loads of different characters turned up to 11 with varied, interesting stories in a huge and varied wonderland. Genshin Impact is great. I'm not a simp. I just think this has been misunderstood. And the fact that Asmongold would play Diablo, which we all knew what it was before he even started playing, he'd play that shit to prove what it is. Play a bit of this, prove what this is. Go on, even on your free time. You don't have to do it on stream. Just have a look, see what you think. Is it really? Is it really? Not for me, mate. Not for me. Some people can do that with it, of course, they can. So I think I made that point. And that's the point I wanted to make, really.
It's obvious, and the numbers show it. So anyway, I'm
not listening to the rest of that. That's all I wanted to say, really. I wanted to defend Genshin. And I wanted, every time Asmon mentions Genshin from here on out, I want to make a Genshin defense video. Because I love Asmongold. I think he's a great guy. And I think he's got a very intelligent way of looking at things. So I think if he were to look at Genshin with open eyes, he would have a very intelligent thing to say, some very intelligent things to say about it. And I think...
Explosion inside city wall.
Just play it.
Grounded be thy woe.
Just play
Explosions can hurt people. Jin can be dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed. Klee be doomed. Those are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me.
So now I need to edit that down into like 10 minute, and it really does need to be about 10 minutes because Asmongold is not going to want to watch 40 minutes of me reacting to him. But if I'm really lucky, and I say this, you know, spitting into the wind here, but I say it, like if I'm really lucky, he might watch my video on his stream, and then people will see my opinion, and then they'll all hate me, and I'll have like thousands and thousands of people that hate me instead of just a few. So if I'm really lucky, I can get that happening. But really what I'd like to do is just spark a conversation with Asmon and be seen in a similar peer group as him, because I think I've got valid opinions as well, and I think I'm doing a very similar thing. I'd see him as someone who I respect, so I'm attempting to do a similar thing because I respect him and his approach to life. So he's got...
Klee was a brave girl today. I found a really weird looking lizard. Want me to show it to you?
He's talking. He's gone on my list of... role models is a funny word. I think potential role models for other people, because I've already, you know, I'm a bit older than Asmon, and I've already taken on my role models and grown into a person, but I still have people that I admire and respect and that teach me things, and Asmon's on that list for sure. So I think he is a role model for lots of people. He might not be my role model, but he is a role model, but he's someone that I respect and admire, yeah.
Judgment! Shiver! No, my sword! Let me read you a verse.
So we're back in Leeway. I'm going to kill this thing because it's just here attacking me, and then we'll go and do some Inazuma. Because I did promise some Inazuma. Genshin isn't my waifu simulator. Genshin is the one. In a way, Genshin is, yeah. I see that. That's a really good comment. You know, Genshin's not a waifu simulator, but World of Warcraft is your wife. Yeah, World of Warcraft is your wife. Genshin is your wife. You're my wife now, Dave.